How Netflix started, grew, and became a $116 billion company. Netflix Incorporated is a famous media services provider that allows its various users to stream movies and television programs on their computer systems and Netflix-supported devices. Netflix was founded by Reed Hastings and Mark Randolph in Scotts Valley, California in 1997. And as at October 2018, Netflix has a total of 137 million users worldwide, except in mainland China, Syria, North Korea, and Crimea. How Netflix started. The idea for Netflix came about in 1997 when Reed was issued a late fee of $40 for Apollo 13 from a video rental store. This got Reed thinking that there could be a market out there, so he began investigating ideas on how to create a movie rental business by mail. Reed wasn't very conversant with DVDs, so he looked to his friend Mark, a computer scientist and mathematician who was a co-founder of Micro Warehouse, a computer mail order company, and worked as the marketing director of Reed's company, Pure Atria. In order to start Netflix, Reed invested $2.5 million. Mark was inspired by emerging online platform company Amazon and decided to consider selling a niche category of small items online using a similar method. VHS tapes were first considered, but the idea was rejected as being extremely expensive to stock and too fragile to survive the shipping process. It was said that when they realized that customers were willing to buy DVDs online, they experimented with the idea by shipping a DVD, which was a new technology at the time, from a few blocks from them. When the CD was delivered intact after 24 seemingly long hours of waiting, they decided to compete in the $16 billion video sales and rental industry. That same year, 1997, Pure Atria was sold for $700 million to Rational Software Corporation in what was called the richest acquisition in the history of Silicon Valley. In 1998, Netflix established its webpage as the world's first online CD rental store. It started out with a team of 30 people and 925 movies available to be requested through the pay-per-rental model, with prices that were similar to those of its rival company, Blockbuster, an American supplier of movies and video game rentals through rental shops and theaters. The pay-per-rental model turned out to be unpopular and unsuccessful, so in 1999, Reed came up with the idea of a monthly subscription service with a free 1-month trial. The subscription will include unlimited rentals paid at a flat rate, without due dates, late fees, shipping or handling fees, and per movie rental fees. Depending on the package the subscriber chose, they could rent a certain number of movies, and if they wanted new movies, they would have to return the old ones. It was a huge hit. At the end of the trial period, 80% of the subscribers converted to the paid service. In 2000, the number of Netflix subscribers had increased to 300,000, but Netflix was not making a profit. It relied solely on the US Postal Service to deliver its CDs, and money was being wasted. So, Netflix offered itself to be acquired by Blockbuster for $50 million on the condition that it would handle the online movie rental business, while Blockbuster would continue to provide DVDs, which will make Netflix less dependent on the Postal Service. Netflix even proposed to rename itself Blockbuster.com. Unfortunately, this offer was declined by Blockbuster. Despite the rejection, Netflix continued to grow steadily until 2001, when the September 11 attacks on the dot-com bubble burst. The economic decline affected the company so badly that it had to lay off more than 1/3 of its employees. The setback was not without its advantages, as the sale of DVD players began as their prices went down. They were sold at about $200 by Thanksgiving, and became one of the year's most demanded Christmas gifts. Netflix's growth. By 2002, the number of the Netflix's subscribers increased to 670,000 and 190,000 discs were shipped per day. This same year, Netflix went public by selling 5.5 million shares at $15 per share. By the second quarter of the year, the company had sold another 825,000 shares. It wasn't until 2003 that Netflix finally earned a profit of $6.5 million on revenue of $272 million with 1 million subscribers. In 2004, Mark retired from his position as producer and board member of Netflix. In August of the same year, in order to compete with Netflix, Blockbuster established its online component, Blockbuster Online, where it offered unlimited DVD rentals for a flat fee of $19.99 every month. By 2005, the number of movies available on Netflix increased to 35,000, and the company shipped out about 1 million DVDs each day. Long before this period, Netflix had considered streaming movies online, but it wasn't until 2005 that data speeds and the cost of internet subscriptions had upgraded to make it possible for subscribers to download the movies online. This idea evolved into what was called the Netflix box that will download any movie overnight to be watched the next day. Netflix went ahead to obtain movie rights and designed the box and the service it would entail. Unfortunately, the concept was scrapped right before it was made public when Netflix found out how much YouTube thrived on streaming popular content even with the lack of high definition. Netflix opted for a high definition streaming concept instead, but the project was not completed until 2007. As time went by, Netflix developed a comprehensive movie recommendation system based on the ratings and critics of its subscribers. And on October 2006, a cash prize of $1 million was offered to the first developer to beat the company's existing algorithm, Cinematch, at forecasting customer rankings by more than 10%. In February 2007, Netflix introduced through the internet Video on Demand, a system that allowed subscribers to select and watch or listen to movies, TV shows, and audio content whenever they chose, instead of at a scheduled broadcast time. At this time, the company delivered its 1 billionth DVD. But as video on demand came into play, Netflix began to move away from the business of DVDs, and the sale of DVDs fell between 2006 until 2011. In August 2007, Netflix's database were corrupted and it was forced to move all its data to the Amazon Web Services. The data transfer to the cloud was not complete until 2008. In 2008, in order for the subscribers on unlimited plans to further enjoy their packages, Netflix introduced instant online streaming of movies and TV shows. And moving on, it brought online streaming abilities to PlayStations, Blu-ray players, and wide devices. In September 2010, Netflix finally launched its streaming service into the international market. The first country to make use of Netflix services was Canada. 3 months later, in December, the FCC Open Internet Order, a set of rules that supported the introduction of neutrality on the internet, banned cable television and telephone services providers from barring access to their competitors and sites such as Netflix. Netflix in recent years. One of the major directions that Netflix decided to go, which sealed the deal on the company's success, was the creation of what was called a Netflix Original, which referred to content that was produced, co-produced, or distributed exclusively by Netflix services. In March 2011, it began by gathering original content for its collection, starting with the 1-hour political drama titled House of Cards that made its debut in February 2013. As of 2018, The number of Netflix subscribers is estimated at 137 million worldwide, of which 42% were from US households. Netflix's net worth as at December 2018 is estimated upwards of $116 billion. Thank you for watching our videos. We'd like to give you another interesting video for you to enjoy next. But before then, our team will be very happy if you can like this video and share it with your friends on social media. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss other interesting videos like this. Look at your screen now to see 2 other videos we handpicked for you to enjoy next. We love you.